subscribe to my channel, like, comment and share this video.
Hello, welcome to JAcademy. In this video, I'll show you how to delete the last node from the DLL. Okay, that means we are going to learn deleting at the end. Okay, so there are three scenarios that we will be dealing again. Like there will be no nodes, there will be only one node, and there will be more than one node. Okay, in that case, how are you going to delete the last node? Okay, so first, if you don't have any node, that means if head is equal to null, it is very simple that in that case you are going to write list is empty, right? List is empty. So that's done. Okay, what else if you have only one node? Then definitely we are going to have a reference to the structure called temp, and then you have to point the temp to head. How will we understand that there is only one node? If the temp's right link is equal to null, we will say that it is going to have only one node. So we are going to write if temp's right link equals null, then it is having only one node. In that case, what you need to do, you have to print the value, because whenever we delete, before deleting that space or freeing the space, we are going to print the data. So print %d temps data, let us call it temp1, right? That will be better. Okay, so temp1's data, and once it is printed, we need to free this space. So we will say free the space pointed by temp1, and one more thing, yes, we will give a semicolon here. And then once it is done, your head is still pointing to this location which is freed. So there is a problem of dangling pointer. So make the head point to null. Okay, so update the address of head to null. So that's all for this case 2. Let's come to case 3. Now case 3, we are going to discuss something. So if you want to delete the last node, we want to make a reference to temp1. From the head, we need to make it travel to node before the last node. Okay, so you need to understand how to write that logic. Okay, and once it is done, you have to reference one more node, one more pointer to the last node, which we will call as temp2, and we will do certain things. Number one, we are going to print the value from using temp2, and then we are going to free this space using temp2. So when you free this space, then this reference is gone, so this is deleted, and you have to make the reference of the right link of temp1 as null. So when you make it null, and this becomes the last node. Okay, so let us write this whatever we have told. Okay, so first you need to move this temp1 from the which is pointing to the head. So let us write temp1 equal to head, and then we need to move it, right? So we are going to write while temp1's right links, okay, and that is, you can check it out, this one, right link not equal to null. So till the time it is not equal to null, we are going to update temp1 equals to temp1's right link. So let me tell you what I am telling. I am telling that you need to run this loop and update the value of temp1 from one node to another node. Okay, if it is true, right? So what is the condition I am telling? I am telling that temp1's right link, which is this one, and this one has the address of the second node, right? And its right link. That means this. If this is not equal to null, then only you can move your temp1 from the first node to the second node. Again, once it comes to the second node, we are going to check, okay, right link. It is not equal to null, you update. But once it's come to the third node, right link is equal to null. So this becomes a false condition, right? So it is coming out of the while loop, and your temp1 is pointing to the node number 3. Okay. So once it is done, we will set the temp2 to be in the node number 4, right? So we are going to write temp2 is equal to temp1's right link. Okay. So it is temp1's right link. And then we have a couple of things to do, right? So once it is pointing to the right link of temp1, now what we need to do? We have to print this value of 40. So we are going to print %d and then temp2's data. So once it is done, we have printed free the space. So we are going to write free the location pointed by temp2. So once you free this space, the address that is stored is no longer here. So this is removed. We need to remove this reference. Okay. And this has the address of the fourth node, which is freed, right? So you want to remove this reference. I'm going to make this color as red. So you can make that by making it null. Okay. So we are going to write temp1's, that is your right link, equals null. So once again, a small recap of what we have done. We have done certain things. We have taken temp1 pointing to the head of the node, and then we have moved the temp1 from the first node to the node before that we want to delete. And once we have moved that, we have put a reference to the last node using the temp1, and then we have printed the value of that is in the last node, okay, and then freed the space that is pointed by temp2. And once it is done, we are making the right link of temp1 as null, and this becomes the last node. Okay, so this becomes the last node, and this link is gone. Okay, so this is how you delete the last node or the node at the end of the DLL. Okay, let us write everything together. So first we are going to write the functions for this. So we are going to write void delete at end, and let us take okay, we have certain pointer variable of the type struct node, and we have got temp1 as well as temp2 that we require, and make temp1 point to head. Okay, so once it is done, we have case 1 where temp head is equal to null. So you can write this in two ways. You can write temp1 equals to null, okay, or you can write head equals null. If head equals null, you can print you can write list is empty, and then else if it has got only one node. If it has one node, then temp1 right link is equal to null. So I can write temp1's right link equals null. If temp1's right link is equal to null, we need to do certain things. We have to print the data, okay, and then free the space and then make the head into null. So no, it's not getting copied. So what we need to do, the first thing is that we have to print the data. So print %d, and that is temp1's data. So after this, what we need to do, free the temp1 location that is referenced by temp1, that space has to be freed, and make the head points to null, otherwise there is a problem of dangling pointer. And once it's done, we are going to close this, okay, and come to the third case, that is so we are going to write else. What we need to do, else already temp1 is equal to head we have written here. We have to start writing our while loop. While temps right link is not equal to null, you keep on updating the temp1, right? So this is temp1. So this is temp1. So we will update the temp1 equal to temp1's right link, so it goes to the next node, okay? And once it is false, it has come to temp1 has come to one node before the last node, and then we are going to put the reference temp2 in the last node. Now using temp2, we will print the data of the last node, that is printf %d. Okay, so that is the temp2 data. Once that is done, we are going to free this space. So we are writing free temp2, and also we need to change the link, that is temp1's right link equal to null. So with that done, we have finished everything here, and we need to close the braces. And how many braces we have opened? Okay, so this is your else part, and then you have, okay, and one more for the functions, right? So that's all for this video, where I have shown you how to delete the last node of when you have only one node, and when you have more than one node, and when there is no node, there is no deletion, because deletion is not possible, and we will say that list is empty. So bye bye, let's meet in the next video. Okay, take care.